What's up, boys and girls? I am Mr. Vaca, and welcome to another week of Star Power Winners. Now, this week I have some very special and exciting news that I want to share with you about this upcoming summer STEAM enrichment camps that we are throwing here right at your own school. To kick off this week's Summer STEAM Enrichment Camp, I will be partnering with Mrs. Eggleston and teaching a class all about how to make, play, and discover using Nintendo Labo Classroom. For the second week, I'll be teaching a class on digital video design using iMovie on an iPad or a MacBook. And for the third week, I'm going to be teaching Digital Media Skills 101, also known as YouTube Academy. Our fourth week, July 29th through August 2nd, is going to be another special week because Mrs. Sherman from Pinewood is going to join me in teaching how to design and create your own video game using the Nintendo Labo VR Kit and Super Mario Maker 2 on the Nintendo Switch. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of our more popular classes, so I'm going to offer it the following week as well. For the final week of this camp, August 12th through the 15th, I'm going to offer an introduction to graphic design and digital audio. Now, throughout the entire summer, if you can't make any of those sessions, Mrs. Zajeski and Mrs. Rao is going to offer their Nintendo Labo University. It's going to be open from grades kindergarten through 5th, and they're only going to meet for a couple hours Monday through Thursday throughout the entire summer. If you're interested in looking at the document yourself, you'll find a link in the description box down below, but you could also send me an email if you have any questions at wvaca@mahonison.org. So if you're interested in doing any of these summer camps, either in July or August, please go tell your parents, let them know, whoever's watching you this summer, that you want to be part of our summer STEAM enrichment camps. And now, without further ado, let's find out this week's Star Power winners. This week's Star Power winners in kindergarten, we have Ariana in Miss Antonini's class, Joseph in Miss Bowman's class, Mia in Miss Brousseau's class, Tanner in Mrs. Griesmer's class, Griffin in Miss Groth's class, Angelina in Mrs. Newman's class, Aiden in Mrs. Pace's class, Olivia in Mrs. Weinlein's class, Lady Ann in Miss Zajeski's class, and Jaden S. in Miss Pigliavento's class. Our first grade winners are Cameron in Miss Dennis's class, Sophia in Mrs. Masick's class, Mason in Mrs. Verano's class, Mia in Mrs. Paleshi's class, Ariella in Miss Ferraro's class, Sophia T. in Mrs. Yates' class, Joey in Mrs. Filarecki's class, Callie in Mrs. Hurst's class, Jacob in Mrs. Schlutey's class, and Derek S. in Miss Urbanski's class. Our second grade winners are Hunter in Miss McDuffie's class, Ella C. in Mrs. McGuire's class, Abe in Mrs. Mosier's class, Riley in Mrs. Paleshi's class, Gianna S. in Miss Hackett's class, Connor in Mrs. D'Agostino's class, Ava in Mrs. Deo's class, Maddie in Miss Caprera's class, and Jordan in Miss McCabe's class. And this week's class winners in kindergarten is Mrs. Brousseau, in first grade is Mrs. Verano, and second grade Mrs. Hackett. Congratulations, everyone! Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to work hard, play hard, and I'll see you guys next time.